Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the HGP Sportscast. In hockey, the Diamond Mineral Water Indoor Festival concluded last Sunday evening as Lady Pizza Hut GCC lifted the title for the seventh time at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall. Stanford Howard reports.
The pinnacle of the Diamond Mineral Water Indoor Hockey Festival saw another outstanding display of hockey skills by Queen's Park in the men's final and a nail-biting finish in the women's competition between six-time champs Pizza Hut GCC and 2016 runner-up the Woodpecker Hikers. In the men's final, Queen's Park entered this year's final as underdogs seeking to win their first ever festival. While both sides play a good brand of hockey, the superiority of Queen's Park was evident as they tightened the rein on the match and were up by 4-1 by halftime. In the second half, Agaric Branford managed just two for his side to leave the final score at 8-3. In the women's final, Guyana national champs Pizza Hut GCC had their hands full against a determined Woodpecker Hikers side, sustained by the addition of two Trinidadian nationals in Alana Lewis and Brittany Hing. It was a stalemate in the first half, but it was in the second half the Hikers were soundly whipped by GCC 4-1. Later that evening, awards was given out in the various categories. In the men category, John Vera of Queen's Park received the Most Valuable Player award for the men's competition. Riza Hussein of Queen's Park received the Best Goalkeeper, and Agron Branford of the Pepsi Hikers scored the most goals of the competition. In the women's division, Pizza Hut GCC swept the individual awards in the ladies' competition, with Gabriela Javier picking up the Most Valuable Player award, while Brianna Gordon the Best Goalkeeper, and Caressa Fernandez the most goals. For HGP Nightly News, I'm Stanford Howard.
Thank you, Stanford. District 6 rode away with the National School Cycling Championship. Jonathan Ramchit, who represented Guyana at the Caribbean Junior Road Cycling Championships earlier in this month, won gold in the boys under 16 2,000 meters and 3,000 meters, while he had to settle for silver in the 1,500 meters, which was good enough to help District 6 quarantine win the cycling championships. District 6 finished on 229 points, piped the defending overall champions, District 10, Upper Demerara Kokwani, who finished on 222 points. District 4 East Coast finished on 122 points, while District 3 West Demerara Essequibo Islands was the other district to finish above 100 points. And in basketball news, the Guyana Basketball Federation on Saturday launched the National Basketball Championships, called the Road to Mecca 4. The top team this year will win a $600,000 prize. Here's more. The tournament will see the best basketball clubs across the country compete for top honors. 10 teams will go head-to-head, 5 from Georgetown, 4 from Linden, and 1 from Berbice.
I think they would be Ravens, Paysetters, Colts, who are the defending champions. We have a new entrance in Cobras, and you have the always emerging Pleasance Guardians. From Linden, we have Raiders, Jets, Victory Valley Royals, and Half Mile Bulls, and 1 team from Berbice, Rose Hall Jammers.
Prizes for the top-performing teams are third place $200,000, second place $400,000, first place $600,000, and other special awards which will be distributed after the games are completed. Teams have been split into 2 groups. Group 1 consists of Dinah's Ravens, Rose Hall Jammers, Bounty Colts, Amelia's War Jets, and Half Mile Bulls. Group 2 includes Paysetters, Retrieve Raiders, Cobras, Pleasance Guardians, and Royals. The tournament will be staged on a round-robin format. It bounces off on Friday at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, where all the matches will be played. A total of 24 games will be played over a 3-week period, with a grand finale set for Christmas Eve night. Head of the GABF, Nigel Hines, related that the easy admission is a great aspect of this tournament, since fans will have the opportunity to see the best basketball players in the country free of cost. We turn our attention to cricket. Shivnarine Chandrapal slams an impressive 74 off 102 to support Essequibo to a 9-wicket victory against East Coast in the 2017 Guyana Cricket Board Jaguars 50 Overs League. Here's more. In the second match of the day over at Imam Baka's ground, East Coast had a first bat and managed to put up a score of 169 for 9 in 40 overs. Kamesha Yadram top-scored with an unbeaten half-century, 54 off of 60 balls. Opening batsman Rajendra Chandrika also contributed 29 off 45, while Chandrapal Hemraj and Bhaskar Yadram added 19 and 13 runs respectively. The home team Essequibo bowled impressively, with Ricardo Adams collecting 3 wickets for 42 runs, while Anthony Adams and Akini Adams picked up 2 wickets for 20 and 25 runs separately. Kimo Paul and Vijay Suraj Paul backed up with a wicket each. Essequibo tailed 172 in 33.4 overs with 9 wickets to spare. Opening batsman Shivnarayan Chandrapal slammed an exceptional 74 not out off 102 balls, hitting 4 fours and 2 sixes. Kevon Moody assisted with 30 from 45, but was bowled out by Chandrapal Hemraj. Chandrapal was then joined by Kamal Savory at the crease, who was also not out on a 48 from 58 balls. The defending Jaguars One Day 50 Overs League champions Lower Currentine, as well as the 2017 Jaguars 3-Day League winners Essequibo, lead the points table as the league enters its first break, after 4 rounds of competitive cricket. Both Lower Currentine 27 points and Essequibo 25 points have secured 3 wins from 4 matches. However, Lower Currentine gains a slight lead over Essequibo by virtue of securing more bonus points. West Demerara follows closely with 20 points, while Georgetown and Upper Currentine are on 17 and 12 points respectively. And internationally, FIFA sold 742,760 match tickets in the first round of sales for the World Cup before Friday's draw for the finals. The majority of ticket applications came from the host nation Russia, with 47% from the other countries. Prices range from £79 for a second-round group match to $829 for the final. Russian residents have a special category with tickets starting at £17. A second phase of sales will run from December 5 to January 31, 2018. And that has brought us to the end of this edition of the HGP Sportscast. Before we go, remember, adversity causes some men to break and others to break records. Goodbye.